Hey everybody, this is Jerichos, and welcome back to Kingdom Hearts Final Mix. Last time, we entered the end of the world, and we're descending further and further into the heart of this world. You'll also notice, I changed up my Keyblade. Yeah, I figured it was fun to have Lionheart last episode, but I want the Divine Rose because it is the single strongest Keyblade we have. Yeah, it's got a short attack range, but that more than makes up for it with how much damage it deals. Anyway, we're heading deeper. Let's dive down in here. And we've arrived at the world terminus. This is an interesting place where it kind of looks like we're in a giant maw of some type. Like, these look like teeth. You'll see a blue sparkle with lights going down and a green sparkle with lights going up. We want to go deeper, so head towards the blue. It'll teleport us to the next section. And now, touch the purple pillar. And hey, we're back in Traverse Town. Yeah, it's time for a sort of good old-fashioned enemy gauntlet where you can fight against the creatures from those worlds, get some rewards, and you may see a treasure chest there. Yeah, but you gotta kill everybody off before it'll let you have that. Don't think you can just walk up and take that. This is the final world after all. If that wasn't made clear, yeah, we're in the end game now. Take you guys out. I love how much damage the Divine Rose does. Yeah, it's maybe not the coolest looking Keyblade. I mean, you've got the Oblivion, the Lionheart, the Pumpkinhead. But, man, the damage it does is so good. Alright, we're done in here. Grab a Spirit Gem. Cool. And we can exit out through the door. Now that we've done that, we want to keep going further down. And let's revisit Wonderland. It's fun, the places that they choose to have you do these fights in. It kind of makes sense it would be this instead of the Lotus Forest, because this is a little more contained. You know what? Sure. Toss a gravity on there. But it's interesting the choices that were made. Okay, fun fact about gravity. I haven't really had an opportunity to really go into this, but there is a neat thing you can do with stop and gravity. Also, we get a Thunder Gem. Good. Let's go ahead and leave through the door. When you cast stop on an enemy, they freeze in place, and it freezes their HP. So it doesn't show the damage they're taking until the basically until the spell wears off. What this means is you can kind of trick it with gravity. Gravity does a % damage of their current HP. I think it's like 75%, 80%, somewhere around there. And if you cast stop, then cast gravity 2 or 3 times, it's going to do that full damage for all those casts, as opposed to each successive cast doing less damage. So if the enemy is vulnerable to gravity, you basically just killed it in 1 stop and 2 gravity casts. I don't feel like messing with that, partly because I just never keep stop on my hotbar, but that is something you can absolutely do. Alright, did we get them all? Nope, there's the last wyvern. And now we're clear. Alright, where's the treasure chest here? I know there is one. Oh, there it is. I was expecting it to be on ground level, but it's hiding behind the statue's foot. Get a Frost Gem. And I'm pretty sure you can go through either door here. No, I was wrong. You have to use the door that exits the world. And now that we're done in Olympus Coliseum, you can probably guess the next world we're going to explore Back to the jungle. And yeah, this room makes the most sense for a deep jungle rehash for a fight. They basically picked the room in each world that's more or less a, what do you call it? An arena style, like a square type. These can be some great places to go to, fight enemies, these specific ones, and not have to travel too far to get them. But if you're trying to get ingredients from enemies from these worlds, you're often better just going to the worlds themselves. Yes! Stun y'all! Don't even think about it. Where's what? There he is. I was like, there was one more hanging out over here that we hadn't killed yet. And for Deep Jungle, we get a bright gem. And yeah, interesting. See, it wants you to leave one specific way. So there's boxes blocking that path. Head out here. And we might as well head on. Now. There we go. Agrabah. It's funny, you know, I said the places that, you know, most resemble an arena. You would think they would do the palace gates for here, but nope. They do just the whole run of Agrabah. Take you out. And I lied. They did do the palace gates. This is a specially formed section here. It actually has all 3 sections of Agrabah tied into one zone. It's weird, and you may not realize that they did something different with that. Oh, Viraga Ring. Probably not, because I think that's just... Yeah, fire defense and significantly boost defense. So, not gonna bother with that. Let's see, where is the chest here? I can't remember if it's up higher somewhere. Yes, it is. There we go. A blaze gem. Kind of fun that these rewards are, you know, some extra synthesis stuff. They know you're probably needing it. Now let's leave Agrabah back through the desert. And our next place is going to do something kind of fun. After Agrabah, we go to Atlantica. Yeah, it actually brings back the swimming here. When I was going through this, I was like, are they going to make it so we're fighting on the ground? But nope. They maintained that it would be underwater. Come here, you little jellyfish. Oh, I see you. I absolutely love the derpy anglerfish. Whoa, whoa. No, don't swim up. Because I need that. Yes. Ow. I think Donald got a cure off on me at the last second. Are there more enemies? It's acting like there are. Yes. Okay. I think now that's everyone. Chest is all the way down. Oh, nope. New enemy. You must have despawned because we went far away. There we go. And we get an AP up of all things. Kind of bucking the trend there of synthesis ingredients. Now we can swim out this way, follow the tridents. And with Atlantica done, we move on to Halloween Town. And we're fighting in Oogie's Arena, of all places. Kind of neat. The only way you can return to this spot... Now... I know there's more enemies. Oh, I heard him. What's funny is, it's only the enemies you would normally fight in that world so far, with one exception. They had a wizard in Wonderland for some reason. Oh, and they did have a defender in Colosseum, so... and I guess some wyverns, but Colosseum's the exception, because you don't fight any naturally occurring Heartless in that world. Alright, we get them all? Nope, there's a gargoyle. Seriously, Divine Rose, so much damage. I love it. I'm not going to stop raving about it. We get a Lucid Gem here, and now we can exit out through the gate over this way. On to Neverland, which you cannot fly here. It is a standard arena. You're not actually in the Neverland world. Where's my enemies? Oh, here we go. Yeah, go into that room where the Yellow Trinity let us in, and the enemies ambush you. But yeah, you can't actually fly here. You just walk around. This one confused me. Where am I supposed to go? I remember the first time I was here, this confusing me as well. Oh, this door opened. Go in here, and... treasure chest. Mighty shield. So much like Donald got the meteor strike, Goofy now has the mighty shield. The most powerful shield. Small, but effective. It's tiny, much like Herc's shield or the Smasher, but dang, it's powerful. Look at that, 15 damage. Yeah, we're going to absolutely equip that on him. And now, with that very small amount of enemies, we're done here. We can head back out this door. And this one is different. It's got a green light. Let's head inside, and it's the 100-acre wood. This is a rest area. We get a mega elixir for it, too. And I don't think... oh, there it is. I was like, there's also a save point. Let's go ahead and... 59. We're at 60 saves. Let's go ahead and save while we're here in the 100-acre wood. And then just head out any direction and we'll leave here. And this one is on fire. And you'll notice there is no path down after this. So we need to go in here. And we're in a Hollow Bastion, a whole new area here with some invisibles. And I'll go ahead and tell you, with all of the other worlds of the World Terminus, you can return to them and fight some enemies. But this one, you cannot return to... whoops, I didn't want to leave. No, go back in. You cannot return to once this section is completed. So, take advantage, enjoy the scenery while you're here. Kill a few Heartless, sure. I've mentioned before that if you don't hold the control stick, you will not zone through to another area. So if you're going, I don't want to accidentally leave the room, just don't tap the control stick and stay locked on while you attack. After we had defeated them, this opened up. Make sure to grab the chest. Has an elixir. That is technically missable. And let's examine this. Ones born of the heart and darkness, devoid of hearts, ravage all worlds and bring destruction. No, desolation. Seize all hearts and consummate the great heart. All hearts to be one, one heart to encompass all. Realize the destiny, the realm of Kingdom Hearts, the great darkness sealed within the great heart. Progeny of darkness, come back to the eternal darkness, for the heart of light shall unseal the path. 7 hearts, 1 keyhole, 1 key to the door. The door of darkness, tied by 2 keys. The door of darkness to seal the light. None shall pass but shadows returning to the darkness. Ones born of the heart and darkness. Hunger for every heart until the dark door opens. That was a lot of words, which I promise more or less eventually makes sense. Most of them we can kind of figure out now, but some of it will make sense further down the line. Alright, we got them. And big, giant, heartless emblem. Cool looking, but can't do anything with it. I believe we are now good to leave here. And yeah, that pillar of fire is gone. You cannot return to the Hollow Bastion zone. We can go up and make our way back if we want. And, you know what? I'm going to pop back real quick to the save point. I don't feel like I need to save, but I do want to heal up Goofy and Donald completely. And now that we have opened up this, let's dive even deeper. You may recognize that music. It's a boss fight you probably weren't expecting. Say hello to Chernabog. Oh, yeah. It's time to fight the Demon of the Mountain. And I love that Night on Bald Mountain actually plays during this fight. Now, this is going to be similar in a lot of ways to the Ursula fight. How you have full 180 degree movement, even across the Z-axis and all that. You want to just stay close to him, beat up on him as much as possible. You know, we got full MP. Let's cast Eroga here. It'll damage him a little bit as we're standing next to him. A little bit of extra hurting is never bad. And it'll also, when he does his crazy fire attack there, help protect us a little bit from that damage. Seriously, hearing that music playing for this boss fight is awesome. Okay, keep it up. He's gonna drop pretty quick. This can be one of the hardest fights if you're doing any sort of challenge run. Just because this boss hits very hard. And now he's shooting a few little beams at us, but we got him. And Chernabog is down. Wow, talk about going out in a blaze of glory. That was cool. And we get a shared ability, Super Glide. Let's go ahead and equip that. So whereas Glide holds circle to glide through the air, Super Glide holds square to fly at high speed. Yeah, when we get a chance to show this off, it is going to look very cool. The difference between Glide and Super Glide is insane. Float on down, and you actually can't land here. It's interesting. But just keep going further down and down and down until we get to this. This is so cool. This blasted area with bits of ruined walls with these thorns. Huh. It almost gives kind of a Sleeping Beauty vibe. I wonder if that's what they were going for. Anyway, we have regular Glide, which floats slowly along, and Super Glide. Yeah, Sora goes so much faster with Super Glide. It is a great way to get around the worlds. Anyway, keep heading down. And we've got creepy trees, plants here. Kind of looks like a castle. The fact that it's got the trees like this makes me think Snow White. Just kind of my feeling for it. And then one more with weird just bits of wood and strange markings on the walls. This doesn't really call to mind anything specific, but given the fact the first one kind of conjured images of Sleeping Beauty, the last one was Snow White, I'm gonna say they were maybe going for Cinderella here? I don't know. Anyway, if we come up to this, we can jump through to a big glowing green area with another Arc Behemoth! And we get to fight him again. Yeah, you thought we were done with the behemoths. Nope. Let's take him out. This guy's a joke compared to Chernobog. Come on, do as much damage as we can. And he's already down to his, almost to his last health bar. Whoa, what is happening? Camera went weird and Sora kind of got stuck on his leg there. Alright, down to his last health bar. And we got him. Easy. So we can head back this way if we wanted to try and leave, except... Huh. There's a blocked emblem moving further on. And a piece went away? Yeah, it's not just the behemoth. It's time to fight a whole gauntlet of enemies. Got some dark balls. And... take them out. Now, some invisibles will spawn. Yeah, you could try to leave, but no, you've got to keep moving onward. You've got to keep fighting the enemies and bust down that door. It's kind of the opposite of in Hollow Bastion when we were reforming the emblem of the door. Here, we're making pieces disappear. You'll actually see the top right piece is gone from it now. I believe just as we continue to fight enemies, more pieces will fall. I don't think it'll do a special cutscene again for like as we're going midway through. You know, I had to comment about the Gales dropping, and I think since I've commented, a single one hasn't dropped. We'll have to check and see if I'm still at 7 when this fight ends. Yep, another piece fell from the door. Take out these angel stars. Super Glide is fantastic for chasing after enemies, too. Okay. Take you all out. Good. Oh, there's another Gale. I thought maybe I cursed myself with talking about the drop rates. You know, like you do. Alright, another piece. Nope, another piece hasn't fallen yet. Keep up, taking these guys out. I love this as kind of a big final boss challenge room. It kind of mirrors the World Terminus fights from the other worlds, and here is the, end of the world version. Oh, yep, another piece has dropped down from the emblem. Take out you. And I believe, was that the last one? Oh, nope, another piece fell. But it's still not done. Yeah, little bits just keep falling off, which is kind of a nice touch. If you're not paying attention to it, you might not even notice it happening. Hey, don't you think about that. Come here. Seriously, Divine Rose is just so good. At this point, it is probably going to be your strongest Keyblade for most of the rest of the game. Oh, another... Oh, that's a Luster Crystal. Must have been from a Dark Ball instead of one of the Angel Stars. You. No. Don't think you can just sweep in here and try to take us out. That's my job. Just sweeping in and obliterating everyone. Nice hit there. Donald, Goofy, whichever one of you actually got the hit off, couldn't tell. And I think that might be... No, I keep thinking, eating my words. Like, I think that's the last one. All right, here, we actually got a group that is comprised of all 3 enemy types. take you guys all out. They're at least very generous with the health orbs dropping. Especially the Dark Balls, I feel like. Which are more or less the mooks that are there to refill your magic and health while you're fighting the others. There it is. Last piece falls away. And the way is opened. Let's head on through to the final rest. And what's in our final treasure chest? A Mega Elixir. We've arrived at the door. But we're not opening that door. This is the perfect place to leave off this episode. We have made it through to the deepest depths of the end of the world. Next time, we're ending it. If you've enjoyed this episode, make sure to click like and hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys next time.